going to be some major changes in my life in the near future. And one of them is that my life in Tokyo is coming to an end. Thinking about moving back to Germany made me feel very happy in some perspectives, but also very sad, because I'm leaving a city that I fell in love with, and it made me think that leaving a city that you love is kind of like breaking up with someone. But breaking up with a city is, I feel, sometimes even more painful than breaking up with a person. Because breaking up with a city also means that you're breaking up or saying goodbye to more than one person, more than one thing, more than one memory. And now that I have made the decision to move back to Germany, I realize how difficult this breakup is gonna be for me. I already started the breakup with Tokyo this week because I handed in my letter of resignation, and that was so painful already. And I cried so much. Oh, God. But this whole thing of thinking of cities that you've lived in your life, thinking of them as relationships, as past relationships, I thought was quite interesting. So I actually got to think like, I wonder like how I would describe the past relationships I had with cities. And starting with my hometown, I think my hometown is like a childhood crush I've had, and of course nothing romantic happened, but we became best friends, and I can go to that relationship, or I can hold on to that relationship dearly and meet up and enjoy a good time and talk about old times, you know. And then onto a city that is completely different than that, Groningen in the Netherlands. I actually lived in the Netherlands in that city for 6 months, and I think that I would describe as the perfect fuckboy relationship, because I was there for a good time, not a long time. That relationship with that city was wrecking my mental health, my self-worth. When it was good, it was really good, but most of the time I felt very lonely. And then after that, I moved to Munich. Munich was more like a enemies to lovers kind of situation. I really hated that city from the very beginning. I hated how stiff and conservative everything was, and and then at some point something changed in the dynamic of that relationship, and I started falling madly in love with that city. I think without even realizing, I think just one day I woke up and I was like, wow, I do love this city. But even though I was madly in love, I also knew that that relationship didn't have a future because we were just too different. It's actually really fun talking about this. So now fast forward to my relationship with Tokyo. I arrived in Tokyo and I fell head over heels with the city. Like immediately, boom, I was like, wow, this is the one. This is amazing. Everything just clicks. It's so easy here. I can be whoever I want in that relationship. And it did feel right for a very long time until it didn't anymore. I had a lot of things, but they didn't align with the things that I actually value or wanted. So for example, like being close to my family, quality time with my friends, that was something that was very difficult in my relationship with Tokyo. And now that the time has come where I decided to actually break up with the city, I'm so scared of doing it, or actually already so sad that I'm going to do it. But it's something that needs to be done. And I'm already I'm so unloyal. I'm already looking forward to the next relationship I'm gonna have. Maybe that will be my soulmate. I don't know if that's gonna be my soulmate, honestly. I think it's gonna be more like I hope it's gonna be a enemies to lovers kind of story. And I already love that city, but also kind of like, So long story short, after Tokyo, I'm planning to move to Berlin. There has always been one thing that I think everyone knows about Japan, that they have amazing toilets. And I think when I was a teenager, I found out about this toilet in Japan where, well, let's just say it's really unique. And since then I was hooked and I always wanted to see it, but I've never actually witnessed one in real life, in the wild. Until now, we found the toilet that everyone's been talking about.
I usually don't paint for 3 hours and then call it a day. I don't know, but I also tend to overdo things. Like I'm really bad at doing abstract art. That's why I wanted to do it. I like detail-oriented pictures, but at some point I lose motivation.
Yeah.
And then I stop. So I have to finish it at the same day, on the same day. Otherwise, I will never finish it.